From the great state of Texas, you are now listening to Skip the Noise podcast, a Rounded Edge media production. Thank you so much for joining us, and by us, of course, I'm referring to Rick, aka the Brown Python. And yes, you're about to hear it correctly. Ben, Mexican Nostradamus, is back in the flesh for your listening pleasure, as is myself, Benjamin James. You can call me Binky from here to eternity if you so choose. Shout out to Mike Tacklebox for the music. And episode 43, we're glad to have the trio back in effect. It feels good. Feels like it's been a long time.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It really hasn't been that long, honestly, but geez, a lot's gone on since then. I feel
like this is a reunion show or something.
That was weird. It is. Shit, it's only been a fucking like a week.
I mean, this
so,
week alone, right? This week alone, just shit that's happened could fill up one of those like verses in that Billy Idol song. We didn't start the fire. I mean, shit.
Billy, no, dude, that was Billy Joel.
Billy Idol. Fuck them both. Anyway,
whatever.
Either way, it sounds just like it.
But anyway, we're gonna kick the biggest thing going on right now. So right on the heels. Yeah, there's fires going on, or there will be. So right in the as the Derek Chauvin trial, we're doing a little foreshadowing, I guess. But right, as the Derek Chauvin trial,
they call me the Nostradamus.
I know, right? We're kicking off. We're going full force. So with the Derek Chauvin trial going on, there was another unfortunate event in the Minneapolis area. Different police department, Brooklyn Center, Minnesota, a suburb of Minneapolis, St. Paul area, somewhere around there. I don't know what direction, but either way. So a young man, I think 20 years old, Dante Wright, was pulled over. What was the actual? I know he had a warrant, and that's why they.
I think
take him into custody. But
we got pulled over.
What was he actually pulled over for?
For being black after 3 p.m.
Well, that's
pretty sure that's what it was.
At the end of the day, but I'm sure there was some sort of.
There was the violation. I think he had
you're not wrong.
That was too big or something. That's what the video was
saying.
What he had? You know the real reason.
Yes, that's actually correct. Yeah. That's right. I'm glad you said that because his mom was getting interviewed, and so he had his air freshener. So all this started because of that. That's what I was getting to. Air freshener? Yes, sir. You heard that correctly.
Oh,
so right. So obviously they ran the plates. He did have a warrant. So that's what began the altercation. And yes, if you haven't watched the news or if you've been living under a rock, the officer, Kim Potter, instead of using her taser, which was her alleged intention, grabbed her firearm, and he ended up dying. So, our hearts and prayers, our thoughts and prayers go to the family, and hopefully they get all the support they need during this time. Absolute tragedy. Once again, unnecessary. So we're going to start here and talk about, so the big debate is, how can you fuck up that bad? Your taser, your firearm, hey, look, being a police officer is not an easy job. No one says it is, but Jesus, you got to be able to make that fucking decision, right? You know what I mean? You got to be able to get that right. That's my overall take on the entire thing. And obviously the timing of it is going to have major implications. We haven't gotten the verdict. I mean, we're going to get into all this. I'm just kind of laying out the whole scenario here. So who's got some thoughts on this? Who wants to dig in?
Well, I guess, just to start off, it's like you said, it's a tragedy. It's horrible, but so I'm confused by what she said. Right. I'm confused by her claims, and I'm confused by this whole situation. So when she said she grabbed, so the taser, if police officers, the taser is located on the non-dominant hand, and the pistol is located on their dominant hand. So let's say you're left-handed, right? You would have the pistol on your left hand. If you're right-handed, you'd have your pistol on your right hand. So she went with her dominant hand and drew a weapon. And I'm not trying to be, I have, okay.
You saying there was something?
No, motive? I think she fucked up. I think she shot him. And then she tried to cover up saying she used her taser. I think she shot the guy. She freaked the fuck out, shot the guy, and then realized
what shit, I shot him.
Exactly. and then said taser, taser, taser. I mean, who says taser 5 fucking times? I've seen plenty of, I'm not trying to say I'm a fucking police expert, but I'll tell you one fucking thing. I've seen plenty of cops. I've never seen them when they pull their taser say taser, taser, taser 4 or 5 times, reiterating that they're supposed to be using their taser. So to me, I think it's bullshit. I think it's an excuse. And if it's not, it's still murder. It's still a neglect of duty. I mean, if a garbage man, right, dumps his truck on you, he's going to jail for murder. If I dispense the wrong fucking thing to you, I'm going to lose my license at the very least.
And you might go to jail.
Yeah, and I might go to jail.
Second or third degree murder or something. Yeah,
I possibly could go to jail because this is complete gross negligence. Like, this is gross negligence. This is like when a drunk driver kills somebody. This is just horrible. And so, you know, it just adds to this. Something's fucked up in Minneapolis, man. I'll be honest with you. It's just a dangerous place to be if you're black. It's horrible.
Well, yeah, I think you're right. It is a dangerous place to be if you're black, especially now because of the heightened tensions with the Chauvin trial and because of, you know, what happened this past summer, the riots. I mean, I can't blame the police officers for being on heightened alert and freaking out, you know. Now, that's poor training. I'm not going to make excuses for them, but apparently they're not trained to handle stressful situations, especially in what they're experiencing now.
But they're cops, man. Everything
I know they're cops. They're poorly trained cops. That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's on them though. They can. Okay. So luckily with what I do when I do jujitsu and stuff, I run around with a lot of police officers. Like a lot of these guys I roll with, they have the option to train. Right. They do. And the most of the police officers I roll with, they know that jujitsu is part of their training. But they have options to train more. They have options to go to the gun range more. They have options to do these things more. So they can choose more training. Now, you're right. There should probably be way more like standard training.
Yeah.
But, you know, in the end, this situation is just, once again, it just shows you in regards to race relations right now and police officers, there's a serious fucking problem. Because, and I'm just bringing this up as a counterpoint over here in Burleson, Texas, right? This fucking meth head went and shot a cop, then carjacked a 60-year-old lady and then killed her.
Holy shit.
Then guess what? He's alive. What color do you think he is?
Well, I mean, you know, things happen. And
what color do you think he is? I mean, he's fucking white. The kid who shot up Walmart in El Paso, what color was he? It's fucking white.
Oh, shit.
These motherfuckers that are just, it's just madness. It's madness. These poor, I mean, it's a completely different set of rules. And I hate to tie this back to it, but the same thing that happened at the Capitol. When they saw all the white Trump protesters, I'm not trying to talk about the philosophy behind the movement, whatever happened that day, but they saw all these white protesters and like, oh, it's cool. You have Black Lives Matter protesters and all these black people. They fucking had Bearcats and tanks. There's a serious problem with discrimination right now.
So I don't know if you can compare the El Paso shooting and this gentleman that you saw in your neighborhood or whatever.
No, it's in Burleson. Because it happened over here.
Yeah. Did they resist arrest?
Yes.
They resisted. Yeah. I don't think the El Paso guy resisted.
He's a meth head. Dude, the El Paso guy had a fucking AR-15.
Yeah, he probably put it down when he saw the cops.
He still had it in his hands.
But he wasn't aiming it at the cops. See,
it doesn't matter.
What happens is
a lot of black guys didn't even have a gun in their hands and they got shot. There's one black guy
from the cops, man.
Dude, there's one black guy. No, I even got a better one. There's a black guy over here. Poor guy was helping he was a special needs caregiver. They called the cops because the special needs person lost their shit. He comes out. The cops shoot the black guy.
They shot him.
Yes. He was unarmed.
Where was this at?
Over here. In this area.
Behind your house?
That shit. But I'm just telling you, he was helping a special needs person. There is a clear problem with race and police. And a lot of police, and I'm not saying a lot. I know a lot of police officers are good fucking dudes. They bust their ass on the mats. I don't have problems with most of them. But those are the guys that are the good cops. Unfortunately, there's a pretty good amount of cops that are fucking pussies, right? They got beat up in high school. They got a badge and a gun. They think they're super tough. And when it comes down to situations that require strength and restraint and confidence, they can't handle it. They go straight for the worst.
Like when this is super bad, you know, I mean, having a gun is like having two cocks, you know, I mean,
Exactly.
you feel like a man, you know, you want to shoot somebody.
Well, except for Kim, maybe it's like two vaginas. I don't know. The Kim Porter, the Kim Porter chick. Yeah. You're like, no, I'm not talking about anyone we know personally.
Okay.
But like, maybe she felt like she had two vaginas or three tits.
But two with a gun. I mean, why not? I mean, but you know what though. Yeah, you're right. A lot of cops are good people. I know some personally. I mean, what they do every day. I wouldn't do it.
It's
fucking
terrifying.
would not do it. Yeah, it's terrifying.
Right.
But the thing is, some of that fear can be mitigated by proper training. You know,
100%. I agree with that point. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. With like military style training, where they teach you how to think on the clear, on a bad night kind of thing.
Well, and there shouldn't be a fat cop.
No, there shouldn't be a fat cop.
There should not be one fat cop. Like they should spend, and I was thinking about this, they should spend at least 20% of their supposed pay time hours. So let's say you work 40 hours a week. They should spend 10 hours training and working out. Like these motherfuckers need to be like, you know, if you want like, you know, you want Rambo jumping in the situation. You don't fucking want like, you know, Kevin James, no disrespect to Kevin James, but you want fucking Rambo jumping in there ready to go. And, you know, and it's just, you have all these like fucking, you know, you got a lot of these, like these guys that, you know, are just punks. And it's happening a lot in these, like you said, like these suburban areas and stuff where these police officers just aren't prepared for any type of violence.
Well, and I think the other problem too is that, so for it to get to where it gets, right? Like there's a lot of steps they could have taken. So how does you know what I mean? Pulling somebody over for what's that?
Like, oh, you mean like they should be trying to de-escalate the problems?
Well, fuck yeah. But I mean, I'm just trying to make the sort of, not the comparison, but the, you know, paint the picture. So you pulled over for a fucking air freshener and it becomes, you know what I mean? And I'm not trying to make light of it, but it's,
but we really know what that's about.
No, I know. And that's what I'm saying. It's a perception. So it's not, so here's my point. There's training, right? There's training for stressful situations. There's that. Okay. There's that element where it gets to the point where the tension gets so high that somebody fucks up. Okay. That happens. But there's a perception problem where, like you said, man, the approach right off the bat is different initially, which leads to one step leads to another. And then you end up, because any traffic stop, shit, I've been stopped a number of times, right? None of them have ever led to really anything. Some of them have been more tense than others just because of maybe the attitude of the, you know, whoever the officer was. But generally speaking, at the end of the day, it all comes down to just because, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, here's the thing.
So
the thing with the air freshener, okay, it's a little bit more complicated than that. Okay, it really is. Here's what happened. The guy had a warrant out for his arrest. Okay, some cop notices a car. Okay, the guy's not doing any kind of traffic infraction. He's probably going speed limit. He's on the right side of the road. He's using his blinkers, stopping, doing full stops. They need a reason to stop him. Okay, otherwise they're gonna let this guy with an arrest warrant leave, but they need a reason to stop him. Probable cause. So what do? His air freshener. It's too big. Lights on.
No, it's okay. Black.
So
that's it.
They knew what they were doing. They knew who they were after. They saw the license plate. They recognized the car, and they needed a reason to stop him. And the air freshener was the only thing that. Okay, so the guy must have been like driving impeccably for them to stop him on an air freshener.
Right, but so there's no real probable cause except that he's black.
The probable cause was the air freshener.
Well, you
No,
can't run plates.
and not that he's
you
black,
can't
but
run
he-
plates. You cannot
he-
run plates prior to that. That's not how this game's supposed to go. You're not supposed to be always running plates. That's not how it's supposed to be, man.
I mean, if there's a description out there for a vehicle.
Well, okay. So they were looking there. There's a like I'm not trying to use police terms because I don't know anything, but there's like an
Yeah,
APB
what do you think? You're
for
some
this
kind
guy.
of police officer or something?
Yeah,
Why don't you
right,
just shut
right.
the fuck up?
Fuck up.
Why don't you talk about what you know about instead of
So
fucking maintaining the peace in the streets? Why don't you shut the fuck up?
Yeah, we're talking about medication, man. Shit.
fuck
Yeah.
yeah. I can suck my balls. But in the end, like, do you see that? I mean, it sounds like it's just all bullshit, right? It's like, oh, we knew this car. It was definitely a car we're pulling over. They just saw a black guy.
I don't
Their
think
internal
so.
biases grabbed him and they fucking pulled him over.
No. I think they recognize the vehicle or something. Okay, it's like I was actually reading the story about a serial killer in Alaska. Okay,
He was white.
and yeah, he's white and he's alive, by the way.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
anyway, that's besides the
Exactly.
point.
They didn't kill him, right? Okay, continue your story as you've just propagated my point further.
Well, he didn't resist arrest. He lied, but he didn't resist arrest. But anyway, what ended up happening was that they kind of figured that he was in Texas. Okay, so he drove from Anchorage after he killed this poor woman and drove down to Texas.
Wait, the
Um,
fuck? What is
They
this
were looking for
case?
they were looking for the vehicle, huh?
Never mind. Go.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry.
they were
go.
looking for the vehicle. Okay, the police officers in Anchorage had told the cops in Texas, "Hey, we're looking for this vehicle. It's got this guy in it, whatever." Well, the guy was driving, and the cop behind him saw the vehicle, recognized it, but he had no reason to stop him because he wasn't breaking any laws. Well, there was a moment in time where he went 2 miles over the speed limit. It was probably at 65. He was going 67, and the cop stopped him because of that.
Right.
Okay, so to stop somebody for an air freshener isn't unheard of. Okay, they need probable cause if they know who you're looking for.
When's the last time you got hit
it's-
for air freshener?
I never had I never had an arrest warrant.
Dude, he's
one time I
black.
didn't show up to jury
He was
duty.
I mean,
black
I
in
got
the
mad.
car.
Hey, check this out, bro. The Ultima's got mad rosary beads and shit hanging all
Yo,
over the place.
there
They
you
never
go.
get stopped for nothing,
They're
dude.
gonna stop you for fucking rosary beads next.
They don't
what,
stop me
gonna-
for
Come
nothing.
on, bro. Come on, bro.
I'm just saying it's not unheard of.
It was a black guy. They got a funky feeling because they're racist. They pulled him over. He just so happened to have a warrant. And then as soon as they got some static, shot him.
Well, and here's the thing too. I mean, we can't. Everything doesn't necessarily always fit so perfectly into these things, but there is definitely a trend where the assumption once pulling someone over is a certain thing. A higher percentage of those, right? Because you can nitpick, you can pick any sort of case anecdotally across, it's a huge ass country, right? With a lot of arrests that happen every single day. You could paint a picture, right, of any kind of story you wanted to fucking tell, really. But nobody can deny that more often than not, there's an assumption when a black male, not necessarily always young, but probably more skewed young black males. I mean, this has been well documented, right? The general perception.
Or the violence inflicted.
The violence, right. I mean, there's all kinds of case studies on that. That's well documented, that perception exists and that prejudice exists. So, I guess the question is, right? Like that exists, right? It's white officers, and sometimes it's not always white officers. Like if you break all these, I mean, generally speaking, it is at least for the big national cases. And this just so happened to be right down the fucking street, 10 miles away from where this trial is going on. And we haven't even brought that up yet.
Oh God.
Which, I mean, we can't, I guess if you want, we can kind of shift gears into that, but
Yeah.
Since it's the overall, it's kind of the same, not the same case, but it's the same question. It's the same societal question we ask is why do these fucking things keep happening? I mean, yes, you're never going to change individuals. There's always going to be people that are going to be racist, but what do you do? There has to be some sort of societal solution. And we haven't figured that shit out. We're completely divided. Every single You know, and I'm not saying, or at least at this point, I'm not here to say which solution or which proposed solution is right. Matter of fact, there's not a whole lot of proposed, you know, there's a couple of proposed solutions, defund the police. There's this, that, there's all that shit.
We all know that's,
but right. That's ridiculous. But I guess all I'm trying to say, and I'll wrap this up. But so anyway, so Derek Chauvin, we've talked a little bit about the trial, kind of over the last few episodes.
Actually, do you mind before we shift into that? I do have a thought, and I think Rick touched upon it too, is training.
Okay.
So one thing I've noticed about training, so, you know, I keep trying to touch back on my background. Like when it comes to jiu-jitsu, right? When you make a move, when you're rolling with somebody and you hit a move naturally, it's natural. You're trained. You don't care what that other person is. It's just when a situation occurs, you naturally make that movement. It's part of your muscle memory. And so that's what I really think, that with training, you can almost remove bias, at least to the point to where you may not impact the same damage you would have previously. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I also think training goes both ways. You know, people should be trained, one, not to run away from the cops. Two, don't resist arrest. Okay.
Yeah.
And then
you're right.
Number three, you know, when I get stopped by a cop, I know I got nothing on me, but here's what I do. I turn off my engine. I put down all my windows, and I put my hands on the steering wheel. I do. And you know what? Cops appreciate that shit because they want to see your hands.
I'm not turning off my engine. Fuck that. If it's hot, I'm keeping the AC on.
Nah, dude.
I feel you. I'll keep my shit on unless he tells me to turn it off. But I've had a cop, but I had a cop fucking pull me over when I got my ticket in my BMW, and I'm in fucking scrubs, and he tries to tell me to put my hands on the wheel. I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do, bro? Like, really? You're really intimidated by this situation? We're in broad daylight. I'm in a fucking, you know, a really nice car, and I'm in scrubs.
So you're resisting orders, huh? Guess what he's gonna do to you? Guess what he's gonna do to you?
That little bitch wanted to do it anyways. Fuck him. But when it came down to it, I think training will take out implicit bias if you train them hard enough. And also, we need to SEAL team these motherfuckers. Like, cops should be dropping out of training left and right. Like, if 150 people try out to be a cop, there should be 15 that make it. Because we want those 15. Those are the guys who are going to actually be able to establish peace, make rapport with neighborhoods, because those gentlemen and ladies, not trying to be whatever, but those people are going to be able to be impactful because they're the best of the best. And we pay them more.
Right.
Yeah, that's the other fucking problem. We don't pay cops nearly enough for what they have to do.
And the other problem, I'm sorry.
No, please.
Was cutting off your point, but like, so here's the thing that also happens, right? Not all municipalities are created equal. Municipal politics plays into this shit big time, dude. Funding for police departments in some locations is a major fucking problem. So they let any fucking body who signs up in, just like Ben pointed out. That is a huge point that I almost hear nobody fucking talk about. All these places, right? I mean, I'm not saying the shit doesn't happen with, you know what I mean? Big, huge, well-funded, I don't know. He flashed up that I was focused on my own statements. I ain't worried about your bullshit. But like, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's right. That's what we do. We just keep it going with our own little opinions and thoughts, and don't get distracted by the bullshit.
Just like my new Astros hat. Fuck you.
It looks good. I love it. I like it. You had it backwards, so I was about to ask. So I'm glad you showed us what was on the other side. Make it official. But my point was, not all municipalities are created equal. So what you run into is a lot of these places, it's absolute bullshit politics, and it prevents a real selection process. They just they need bodies, and the people sign up and they're like, whatever. All right. You know, I'm sure obviously they do some sort of a background check, right? But
dude, no, not as much as you would think, bro.
Probably that's the thing, right? Like, you don't know. Some place they like, okay, here, piss in a cup. Like, oh, you're clear. Okay.
Piss in a cup.
Here's your gun.
You have to be able to run 1 8-minute mile, and you're supposed to be able to drag a 145-pound body like 100 feet, like shit that, like, you know, a decent junior high kid can do. I mean, there's nothing special about a lot of it. So to me, the training is where it's at. I mean, we really need to work on that. And I think I think to me, that's the answer, right? I think
they should nationalize training or privatize it, because right now I think it's privatized.
Yeah, I think they should nationalize it, and I think there should be. I think they should really treat like, okay, the police like a lot of the police like to dress like the military. They need to be treated like the military, and they need to be paid more, right? I mean, if you got somebody going out risking their life every fucking day, they need to be paid equally. I mean, these are our gladiators on the streets, and we're fucking. They're getting paid shit. They're working 2 or 3 jobs to make extra money because they're not getting paid shit. And it's just ridiculous. We don't value the warriors of our society for shit. I mean, you see all these fucking jerk offs with these stupid fucking like, back the blue. Okay, so when the next bond proposal comes to allow them to keep their pension, and you're gonna have to pay higher property taxes so they get paid real wages, are you going to back the blue then? No, you're not going to back the blue. You're going to wear these cool things that show that you back the blue, but you didn't do shit. So take your back the blue flag and shove it up your fucking ass, because you're not doing anything for police. There's so many police officers that deserve so much better, and we haven't done anything for them. And these are the good ones. And we just have to, and that's how you weed out the bad ones. I mean, you take some of these tubba-lubbies and you fucking put them through some real PT, you don't see a lot of cops dropping out. Straight up.
Yeah, with less people trying to become cops, then the ones that do remain get paid more.
Exactly. And honestly, one good cop is probably worth 5 bad ones.
That's right. Yeah.
But what do? We don't do that. We don't do that. And so now we have so many situations occurring right now. You got this fucking, we didn't even touch upon this one in the pre-meeting, was that, that guy, the Army veteran who was pepper sprayed.
Oh, damn.
He literally he was announcing his fear. He was saying, and that's okay to do. He was in a non-violent crime stop.
He was, and he was in his military fatigues.
And they pepper sprayed the piss shit out of him.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. This is an epidemic problem, and you saw the cop who did it. He weighed like a good 260. He was a bit, he looked like an inverted top, and guess what? That's why they do it. And then whenever he tells the guy, "I'm really afraid," you know what his answer was? "You should be."
Oh shit.
How do you handle that psychologically?
That's fucked up.
What do you do? You've seen other black men get killed all the time, and now you're in that position. How do you not terrified? How are you not fucking terrified? So moving on to other shitty cops, and not saying that. And like I said, I got a lot of friends that are cops. The guys are fucking dope, good dudes. And if it goes down, I want a cop in my house because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But to go on to a shitty cop, like we were transitioning earlier, is, this trial. I mean, what do you guys think? I personally, and I don't know how good my staking claim is, but I don't know if he's going to go down for this.
He's not. I don't think so.
I don't feel like he's going to. I feel like he might get like an assault. Maybe. No. So I think they hit him with a couple lower charges. They hit him with involuntary manslaughter, I believe, was included, right?
Involuntary manslaughter. Yeah, I think. What was his charges though? It's it's not murder 1. It's not murder 2 either.
It's second. I thought it was murder second. 2? Involuntary, because they're trying to throw out the involuntary, and then manslaughter. I believe those are what they're trying to hit him with. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, the defense got the coroner to say that Mr. Floyd's death should have been ruled an overdose.
Yeah, but
I mean,
but the
I'm not defending anybody here. I mean, I'm just reporting the news, man.
But the prosecution did hit him back and basically said that, like, the prosecution's witnesses, like, there's no way what you said's correct. Like, this is not a difference of opinion. This is a completely different understanding of facts. So, we'll see. I think unfortunately, and not unfortunately, but just the rule of law. I think when you have two diametrically opposed views like that, they usually go null in the eyes of juries because they don't know what to do with them. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, but I don't know. I mean, what do you fucking think? You think these?
I think the jurors are going to find him. They're going to quit him.
Oh my god!
It was almost a mistrial today too.
Yeah. Oh my god! What was that?
I
saw that. No. What happened?
So the judge had ordered the prosecution not to say, ordered the prosecution not to question the witness on Floyd's carbon monoxide content.
Okay.
In his body. Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure what they're trying to allude to with that, but the prosecution ended up questioning him anyway on that to find the judge's orders.
Oh.
Okay. And at that moment, the judge should have declared a mistrial because they did find him. He didn't, because what happened was the prosecution was going to bring up the carbon monoxide, I guess because of the choking and stuff,
Or was it because he was right by like tailpipe or something?
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But however, that was new evidence that they had come up with, that they had come across. They didn't give the defense time to evaluate it.
Right.
So the judge said, I don't want you to bring it up until the defense has a chance to see it. Well, he brought it up anyway. And the judge said he declared a mistrial. And everybody thought, people on both sides thought it was going to be a mistrial at that point.
Well, they can't do it. If they do a mistrial, it's going to be the streets are going to be on fire. This is an OJ type situation. Not necessarily, and I'm not saying that OJ in the fact that even if no matter whatever, if it's not an acquittal or if it's not
dude,
yeah, it's fucking going down.
It's going to be okay. Let's just say he is prosecuted, right? Okay, he goes down for murder too, whatever.
He's going to get pound me in your ass for
no.
real.
Well, it's going to be declared a mistrial and appeal. They're going to appeal it.
They're going to rule it.
Exactly.
But what happens if the prosecution did it on purpose, though?
Exactly.
Why? You know what I'm saying? I mean,
yeah. What if they did it on purpose? They're like, okay, you know what? We'll give him a get out of jail card or something.
Yeah, we'll give him a bone.
Yeah.
Oh, because he's going to get a bunch of bones in prison if he doesn't do something. I mean, this trial though is just another showcase, right? I mean, in reality, Chauvin, I don't care what you say, right? I know what he's doing. That dude was being a dick, right? I mean, he was being a dick for 9 minutes. He was being a dick to this guy.
It's not like he
was just being a dick. Yeah. That's it.
It's not even. This is that his situation's like way worse than. Well, I don't want to say worse.
I know Taser Lady's pretty,
but like Taser Lady's pretty bad. But here's the difference, right? You can almost not that. She's going to be on trial. They'll get statements and they'll ask her questions and they'll decide what happened there. So she'll get her day in court. But so I'm not trying to establish like what happened or what didn't, but just, conceptually you can see, okay, somebody fucking up, right?
Yeah.
With Derek Chauvin, bro, like that, you know what I mean?
He was just
like
being a dick.
Yes, you had plenty of opportunity. You had 9 minutes, in fact, to not attempt to fucking take this guy's air out with your knee, right? So that's it's the same. These things will be categorized the same, but it's a little bit different. But anyway, I didn't mean to distract from that. But
please interject.
I will
interject.
When I see fit.
Oh, nice.
When I see fit, I might
interject.
Speaking of which, just to let me interject for just a second to
interject in your mouth.
Well, I bet you did.
When I see fit,
let me just big up.
Interject
let me take this time because I'm the showman here. Let me just promote a couple things.
Show slut.
The show. God dang, do I have to be that?
Yeah.
So if you haven't checked out, big up to Brian from Concerts That's Made Us podcast, was a guest on the last episode that came out a couple of days ago.
Yes.
He tells a very interesting story. So if you're just jumping in on episode 43 here, go back and listen to that one. That was good. Also too, I had a guest appearance on Chaotic Neutral recently, which was really, really fun. An hour long. It just some kind of random whimsical conversation. We got into getting scared of being in caves, all kinds of fun stuff, man. That was the one thing, but yeah, caves are pretty scary.
Wait a second. What caves are we talking about? There's some caves that are
just being in caves.
Pretty nice. Oh, okay.
No, caves are really, really nice. They're really nice. But when you
hard to get in caves and do push-ups and throw up. But anyway.
Oh,
wait a minute. What the fuck are we talking about?
I'm just kidding.
Well, was this a bad Boy Scout trip you took? Like,
oh yeah. Hey man, I'm an
asset. Check this out.
Did the troop leader say,
"Hey, not to get too, not to try to stretch it into party in the back, but we'll just do a little transition right here." So check this out. Let me just interject a quick little story. This fast. Taking. Yeah, right. Everybody's like, yeah, right. This is gonna take 30 fucking minutes. No, this is gonna be real quick. I promise.
It's not.
Coming home from baseball practice because they had lightning and then the fucking sirens that like the lights flash and they sound up the horn like it's an air raid. So you can't you have to call off. And not only that, dude, this is how serious they take it in our organization. The fucking guy, like the commissioner of the league, was out there in his shorts, like looking around, and there was still a team that was like didn't want to quit practicing. He ran out there, he ran, and it was like fuck. You could see him like across the field. We were kind of waiting to see if it would clear up, and it had to call practice. Anyway, so I was driving home, right, and I've talked about this. If you're unless you're a new Skip the Noise listener, at this point in time, we live out in the burbs. Got a bunch of kids, got 4 kids. So we're coming home from baseball. So that's the environment here is a typical suburban neighborhood. There is a guy, I wanted to fucking video him because I had my phone out, but there was a car blocking him. And Ben, you'll know why this is funny. I'm not going to explain it. Yeah, dude. There was a dude and he was just getting his exercise on. He had jogged obviously a little bit. He had his, it was a good day. He was on the corner of this intersection on the sidewalk and he was doing push-ups. Now that's cool.
What the hell?
Outward. Yeah. So
it's cool if you're trying to get some work,
brother. Yeah. Where we're out here, it's cool. But you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, if you move it in a little bit closer into the city, that might mean something else. And you might have a couple of propositions your way. So obviously this guy isn't aware of, he isn't aware of the push-ups. Yeah. Push-ups on the corner are supposed to signify something. He obviously isn't aware of that.
Please tell me he was doing like diamond push-ups. Like
no, but he was doing some weird stuff, man. He was doing regular, he was getting his reps in for sure, which is great because I'm all about calisthenics. But he was doing dude, he had his ass up in the air. He was kind of doing some different.
What the hell?
It was a little weird.
Dude, he knew what he was doing then, homie. That wasn't just a random workout guy, bro.
But what's funny is if you're in an intersection, like along your run, there's a lot of less like low key, or there's a lot of more low profile spots to get that action going. You see what I'm saying? Like further down the sidewalk, like on a less visible side of the road. But when you're, it's like let me get these going in the most, like where the most viewers are going to check me out. Like, why would you do it right on the corner?
Dude, because those back corners weren't working for him. He had to get more.
Yeah.
He had to get
more.
You know
what I mean?
You know what I'm saying, dude?
So maybe he's trying to drum up business. Maybe he is. Exactly. Maybe I got the whole thing wrong in the fucking first place. I'm making fun of him from being naive, and now we just flipped a whole full circle. This guy's trying to score, dude. He's trying to pick up John's right there out in the fucking suburbs.
In your neighborhood too, of all places, man.
In my neighborhood, dude. What the fuck's going on? This place is going to shit.
Dude, you got some swingers in your hood, bro. You got some swingers in your hood, dude.
Hey, I want to talk to the HOA, dude. This is bullshit.
Hey.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna see that dude every day between 12 and 2, fucking just laying like sets of push-ups with his ass in the air. Yeah, guess what? That's work.
Telling you, dude, I pay way too much money for that bullshit. But anyway, see how Skip the Noise is it's almost like fucking a masterwork of art. How we transition from fucking police brutality to male prostitution in the suburbs. But anyway,
so yeah, I mean. But I guess I can't find the tie-in between the male prostitute. I usually can tie these things together.
Just go, don't even make the effort. Just fucking go hard left.
Male prostitution to Derek Chauvin.
Just go hard left.
Yeah. I think in the end, though, I think we can all kind of agree there's definitely a problem with police training, and there's just a real issue with people like police not reacting correctly to these situations. I mean, it's just they're not appropriate. And there's also, and Rick brings up a point, even though it's slightly fascist, that whenever the popo pulls you over, right, you do have to comply, right? You do have to comply. Right, you do have to, if they pull you over, and this is for anyone out there, look, if you're Black, especially, and I'm not trying to be like an asshole, and I've known a lot of Black women, and they'll tell their sons this, and it's sad, but they have to have that talk. Like, if you get pulled over, you need to fucking be cool. You need to listen to them. You need to keep your mouth shut. And this is something that mothers have to tell sons, and fathers tell sons. So, but it's training, right? But at the same time, how do you maintain calm when you're afraid as an individual on both sides, right? If you got pulled over and you're really scared these guys are going to fucking murk you, how do you stay calm? I fucking get, I mean, I you know what I'm saying? I went to go visit another gym on Sunday so I could get an open mat, and I rolled with people I didn't know. I was fucking sweating before even the first match, like before we even started. Like, I'm like, you know, that's in a situation where I know if I tap, the person's going to let me go. Imagine you're entering a situation where at any point in time, you can be fucking murked. So I think while resisting arrest is not the right thing to do, I think the psyche of the individuals doing it probably could be looked at. There's an examination point of which people really think they're going to fucking get killed. So I don't know. But either way, training. And if you're out there, cop pulls you over, do like Rick, immediately assume the seal position with mouth open and say, I'll pleasure you. And then there you go. You know, you might not even get the ticket.
You make a new friend in the process.
You make a good friend, right? Get a high five after you're done. You know.
Hey, you know what's funny?
Spit it on the curb. What?
This is kind of a fun fact, right? So, I mean, not to make light of this at all, but I did get pulled over speeding one time by HPD on my way to work years ago. But I always thought this is hilarious because if you've never listened to Skip the Noise, I'm the representative of white people. I'm the only so I get pulled over.
You're the white
so
resident.
Right. I'm a white resident of the United States. So I get pulled over, right? And it's, you know, like white privilege, like it's a real, you can debate that to death, but that it's a factor. Okay. I'm not saying
it's
real? Not a fucking factor. We're not going to get, that's a whole show, bro. That's a whole show.
Dude,
it's a thing. It's a thing. Yeah. I'll say that. That's my statement, dude. That's a quotes. It's a thing. Like it is a thing. We can,
all right, cool.
It's a real thing. Right. But check this out. Here, this is the whole reason I bring it up. So I got pulled over and he writes like, so he pulls me over into this real shitty, spot, dude. And I'm like, fuck, dude. It's like, all right, but yes sir, no sir, blah blah blah, all the good stuff. Gave him my insurance, license, whatever. He leaves. He goes back to the patrol car, comes back and gives me my ticket. And dude, he fucking put Hispanic for my race. And I started laughing. I was like, fuck.
That's why he gave you the ticket.
But
hey, but can you get it thrown out? Go to court and be like, hey, man, I'm not Hispanic. I don't know who he's looking at.
I'm not Hispanic. I don't know. Yeah, it's in the wrong. You got the wrong guy. No, but.
And then go, "Gay."
Fuck, man. No, but I literally, but I literally laughed. I was like, man, fuck me. Like, I don't even get white privilege. He just fucking, like, whatever. This dude's got black hair. It's fucking Houston, 90%.
B got jacked for his white heritage right then and there.
Where did he stop you? Maybe he thought you were Hispanic. Were you like on telephone?
No. That's
610 or something.
No, but we're talking about Houston. There's a lot more places than that you could. This was like, this was off of like, let's say like 34th, 290. So yeah, that could be a good generalization.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you pull you over the Southwest side or just anywhere in Houston.
Well, yeah, that's
not River Oaks.
Right. Yeah.
Not River Oaks, not Westview, not Bel Air. There you go.
Yeah. Generally speaking, it's pretty much okay, Hispanic. But what I thought was funny about that was like, motherfucker, did you not see my name? That's like, obviously, I mean, I could see how for just visually, if I didn't tell you my fucking name, whatever, but like, you read my license plate. Like I mean, not my license plate, my driver's license. Like you obviously saw.
It goes back to training, bro. Goes back to training.
Maybe,
These motherfuckers can't even read the race right on it, dude.
I guess not. And his black officer too.
Oh,
So he didn't
really?
Oh no, not
yeah, and he didn't
there.
give a fuck. He didn't give a fuck about what. Oh, he's just fuck this guy. It's just
Was it what was it DPS or was it H-Town PD?
no. This is HPD.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
DPS. Oh, dude.
Well, no, Harris
Yeah,
So
County,
many
man.
bad stories with DPS troopers.
Well, Harris County
Everyone.
depends on the precinct.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a big factor.
Like
You
if
could-
you're like, yeah.
some precincts are like, fuck, they're the best.
Yep.
The best. They're like my job. I'm not gonna do all that
Yeah.
details, tell you where I work and shit. But
Hmm.
the precinct where I work, because I have to call them a lot, bro. They're there in like 30 seconds. Whereas I've worked at other locations where HPD was they're just like, oh, like it's not a fucking quadruple homicide. Cool.
No,
I'll be there. I'll
exactly.
be there in an hour and a half. Fuck you.
Well,
That's
you call
kinda how it
911 over
works.
here in Houston. Here in Houston, you call 911, and the lady's like, "Are you calling the snitch?" And you're like,
dude, isn't she really said that?
You call this snitch.
"You calling the snitch?" Like,
Call
no,
the
I got an
snitch-
emergency
the
here.
snitch-
You're like,
the
oh, okay.
snitch line.
The snitch line. What the fuck is going on? Oh my god.
Anyway, that's Houston for you, man. Houston 911. That's what they do.
Hey, but you know what though? I will say this. Yeah, obviously the Houston Police Department has its problems, but overall, man,
The snitch line.
it's the snitch line. That's fucking funny, dude. Because that's a real thing, though.
It
They
is.
used
It
to,
really
they used
is.
to advertise that shit. Do you remember when, like, oh, Ben probably, Rick, you probably didn't live here then. This was like when Ben and I were kids. They used to have these. Oh, this is brilliant. I'm glad we're bringing this up, and this will close out the first half. We're backing up into the we're about to hit halftime. So they used to run these ads to try to recruit for HPD. But it was done, this is like early 90s. And so it was done with like a hip hop, like in other words,
my
they were
God, yes.
they were, do you remember this shit? They were
Yeah,
playing to like
fucking-
the urban crowd. Like
Urban?
in other words, they wanted to
Yes.
get, so it was like they had this hip hop song, bro. I can't believe I just thought of this after fucking 30 years or whatever. It was like, make a difference on your block, become a Houston cop. It was like a little, it had like a cheesy
Fuck,
ass
bro.
hip-hop.
You're laying it down. Oh my
Bro,
god,
that's
I
what it
couldn't remember
was.
the words. I know, that's so awesome.
Yeah, that's what it was. And it was like all these, it was the commercial, bro. YouTube. I wonder if that shit exists.
it does.
It fucking has to be.
does. It
But
does.
but they ran these ads a lot, and it was so funny because even then we saw the comedy in it. We're like, oh, these are dope. Like it's showing all these officers, like, you know, because of the what they were trying to recruit. It shows like basically all these black officers in action, like they're going chasing motherfuckers. Like it was an episode of Starsky and Hutch, like
Oh, that's
but real
cool.
footage. It was kind of, dude. It was like it's showing these highlight reels of them jumping over fucking fences to try to get perpetrators and shit. But it was like had that hip hop song, and goddamn, that was magic. That's fucking. I
Hey,
mean,
that's
I don't
actually
know.
they should run that shit again, man. I should teach some people.
Dude,
I ever tell you,
think, man.
I got pulled over once by a cop that had a gold tooth with a martini glass in it.
God,
HPD.
beautiful.
It's the
That's beautiful.
greatest thing
wow.
ever. I was like, I don't know how to handle this.
He must
Well,
have seen
that
the
fucking-
commercial.
Oh, I know.
Bro, it worked.
And
No.
there goes Rick.
And it worked.
And the zinger. He must have saw the
that,
commercial twice. It
That's
worked.
a solid. We tied that in a bow. You think? You think we're
Yeah, I
ready
think
for a
we
break?
did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Oh,
man.
dear.
We tied that bitch in a sheep shank.
We did, man. That was a good first half, guys. I'm glad to have it's like we got the band back together after a week and a half that felt like a month. So
Yeah, it did. It
Works.
did.
hell yeah. So anyway, we are about to. I believe I got a little Diz Rockwell for you in this little halftime segment.
Oh, nice.
I'm prepared, bro. I get this shit prepped
Dude.
before we even record, so that way the turnaround time is like bang, like as soon as shit's ready.
Dude, you're
We're
like the
pumping these
fucking white
things out.
Timberland. That's what you are.
Yeah,
Oh,
damn
wow,
right. bro.
yeah,
It's
it's
a
true.
white Timberland. That's what your new nickname. You're the white
Damn
Timberland.
right. That's
Yeah,
right,
dude.
man. 160 beats a minute and
Oh,
all kinds
fucking.
of remember all that shit.
You're like
You know, man?
you're like a calm DJ Khaled.
he was hitting the 32
Oh,
notes
dude.
and shit with all the fucking rhythm
Oh fuck.
varieties. Anyway, well, that doesn't
Breaking
matter.
it down,
Who gives-
bro.
Who gives a shit?
He dropped that
We're
808 and kept that beat tip. He was keeping crescendos. I'm
Hell
like,
yeah,
this
fuck,
motherfucker
let's
over
make-
here.
Let's
dude.
analyze this shit for another hour and a half, and then we'll hit the break.
6-hour exploration into Timberland's
Bro,
beats.
I'm about to
Oh
go.
my god.
I'm about to go on a
fucking
fucking jazz odyssey. You know, y'all motherfuckers.
It's bust out with Miles Armstrong's church life.
Hell, shit. Miles Arms, you just made a whole new dude.
Dude, that motherfucker was awesome.
He morphed in. That's amazing. All right, we're gonna hit this fucking break before we really. Yeah, we could take this for another hour and a half. I feel like so. Enjoy the tunes by my boy Diz Rockwell, and we'll see you on the other side. And we are back. So during the break, we discussed the possibilities of us like branching out a whole nother podcast where we shit on cops, because obviously that's what we're doing, but we're not going to do
shit
that.
on somebody else.
That's not cop. Like, we just definitely want to make sure that we understand that there are many great police officers. They put
There's a
themselves in the
lot.
line. There really are. And I know this has been a topic that keeps coming up because of the ones that ruin it for fucking everybody.
Yep.
But just the bigger point before we get into our party in the back topics is that police officers do a extremely difficult job. However, that job does come with a hefty amount of responsibility. And as a country and as a society and as a culture, we want to make sure that responsibility is being taken with the utmost care and the scrutiny. And this is part of the process. We have to scrutinize how we're defending our public. And if you are in the public, in a job where you're serving the public, just like politicians are, hey, you're up for public fucking scrutiny.
All right.
So it is what it is. But we are in the
Amen.
party in the back. You know what I mean? I
Amen.
try to
No, I like it. I like it.
I
Yeah.
just wanted to kind of sum that up before
Yeah,
we
we don't not hate police. Like, if you hate police, you just stupid. It's stupid, right? It's stupid.
But
It doesn't make any sense. Like,
you have to have
people-
them. You
yeah.
fucking have to have. You don't defund the police. Okay, we're not going to get into that. We're not going.
We're not going to do that.
We got other things. We got other things to get into. We're, like I said,
we should
maybe
make
we'll
a-
start our own.
We should make a podcast where we shit on professions.
Oh
You know,
my
like
God.
we shit on teachers, cops,
dude,
doctors.
Quick! Shut the fuck up! Somebody's going to steal
What?
that idea. That's
No,
a-
no, I'm just
that's a gold
Right.
mine.
all right.
Dude.
Let's do it.
Dude, okay.
It's too late. It's too
Trademark.
late.
No, we trademark
No.
it. Trademark.
Trademark it right
We'll
now.
call
right
it
here and
trademark.
now.
We'll call it shit on
First.
you.
Yeah, shit on you.
And you
and
know what
your
else?
mother. Huh?
I've got the recording. So if anybody starts that podcast,
We just don't flip that shit.
we're coming, dude. We're coming for you. So fucking badass. We're coming
come
for your
all
necks. We're gonna come
face,
all over
neck,
your
and
mouth.
chest. We're gonna come all over it.
Well, I didn't say that, but
Well, I'm pretty sure you did. Pretty sure.
so
you did.
so what
I
do we want to
insinuated
do we want to do a little sneak preview? Do we want to shit on doctors real quick before we get into the next?
Yeah, man. Fuck doctors.
All
Seriously.
right, all right. So I mean, I think we're joking and we're laughing, but here's the overall message. Make
Fuck
sure, I mean,
doctors.
fuck doctors. They do go through quite a bit of training and they spend a fuckload of money to get to where they are. But they're also they're fucking
Suck.
people. They're fucking people too.
No, they're
and they,
fucking.
and they
suck.
make mistakes and they fuck up. And sometimes they suck. Sometimes somebody sucks at their job. Sometimes a mechanic sucks You know what I mean? Sometimes a mechanic sucks. Sometimes a fucking doctor sucks. I don't care how much money they spent to get to where they are. Sometimes they fucking suck at their job. That's a fact. Sometimes you're local. If you're just like, well, he's close, I'm going to go sign up and, he's on my insurance plan and he's going to look at my dick and make sure I'm okay or my heart.
Whoa, is that the first thing you do? Dude, your doctor sucks, bro. If the first thing you do when you go to the doctor is he tells you to pull out your dick, guess what? You guys are you got a bad doctor, bro.
Man, should I have picked the Kelsey Seabold variation of my job? Maybe I should have
something else because your doctor's fondling you and you're being raped every single time you go. It'd be funny. He doesn't even take a temperature. He's just, okay, let me see your dick real quick. Oh, you're doing good. You're nice and
really
healthy.
good.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's really related, Doc. I got this bad
Let me check
cough.
your
my ears. my ears hurt really bad, and every time I talk, it's like hard to do. He's like, "Well, let me just see your dick real quick."
No, let me give it a good squeezy. Let me give it a little squeezy.
We'll just check your pulse for your dick.
Sometimes
Check
you have
your
a
pulse through your dick. Oh, it's pretty low. Let me heat this thing up. Did you imagine a fucking doctor just randomly grabbing your dick and trying to check your pulse? Oh,
don't you pay for that somewhere? I mean,
they do have those.
Yeah, I mean,
you can do that. Those exist.
This time your insurance pays for it. I mean, that's a pretty good deal, I think.
That's a premium.
Rick's like, what are you complaining about?
Right.
I would love
What are you complaining
doctor.
about?
You know what?
Amazing.
This is why I hate doctors. They don't do that.
That's the big. You know what grinds my gears? Doctors don't grab your dick.
It grinds my gears.
I said doctors don't grab your
Grab
dick.
my dick. I mean, I want them to fucking
doctors don't grab your dick enough. That grinds my gears.
Oh my god! You know what? Maybe we're not the right people to speak about healthcare anymore. Think about that shit. Oh my god! Or just like imagine every time you go, your doctor literally just grabs your piece, gives it a good shake. Oh my god, ladies, gentlemen. But yeah, fuck doctors.
So let's get into the real main feature of the party in the back.
The
UAPs. Ben, lead it, or go ahead, Rick. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, sometimes you can have a really shitty pharmacist. Also, where like you go to your pharmacy and you pick up your medication. He asks the pharmacist, "Hey, what color are my pills today, Frank?" And he's like, "Today they're yellow." Well, last time they were blue. Like, I don't know, whatever.
They're
man.
cool. I love that.
Cool. It's gonna help you.
That. It's a new generic. It's gonna make it happen.
Yeah, they're triangle this time too.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Then you're definitely going to be having a doctor grabbing your piece if you get the way you're describing that pill. It's a little tadalafil. But
no, all right. So that's all I had to say about that. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I loved it. You know what? I'm glad you interjected.
Are you done with that?
He interjected. And I liked it. It was nice.
I injected all over your face.
Okay. See, and as we can tell, Rick probably needs to become a doctor. So the big part of the party right now, the real meat that we're gonna just get all into and dig up, is the UAP photos that are surfacing from Jeremy Corbell and a couple other sources from a meeting regarding some of these vehicles or whatever they're seeing, Navy pilots are seeing. And it's fucking awesome, but it's pretty terrifying because these aren't like some jerk off in his backyard with like a frisbee that he painted silver holding a string. These are Navy pilots with military equipment that have relatively clear pictures as best as you can do at whatever high altitude they're at. And these are definitely fucking craft. I mean, these things, it's kind of scary, right? I mean, this is Independence Day type shit.
Oh, well, not only that, the big kind of the story or the reason why we're bringing this up is that the Pentagon confirms, as of a couple of days ago, that these are indeed. Now, of course, they're not confirming what the fuck these things are, but they are definitely confirming that these videos are legit. Yep. So what you're seeing, the leaked videos that you've seen, there was like a USS Omaha and there was a USS. Fuck, what was the other one?
No, these are being
They're-
leaked. They're not.
Yeah,
they're not
so
being
there's-
released.
Right. No,
Right.
the ones Jeremy
But they're
Corbell's dropped.
confirming. But they are confirming that yes, these are the genuine article. This is real Navy footage, and it's not doctored. Blah blah blah. Now there's the other one that I saw from a tweet from somebody, which was a fucking like a pilot with his phone took a picture of this like inverted pyramid shaped object. So the other thing of interest here is that the Navy, or don't it might not be the Navy specifically, but the government in general, some officials are claiming that, hey, the shit that you've seen thus far is bullshit. Like, in other words, they've got stuff that's way more compelling than those two videos that we've seen recently, like like what Ben was just describing. Those ones where it's like you can see the craft kind of moving in and out of the water.
Yeah.
You know, the ones that came up in the news within the last year. So, dude, what the fuck? Like, what could they possibly have? Go ahead.
You know, I don't know what's scarier, that they're aliens or that it's China.
Well, we know it's not China.
How do you know it's not China?
Okay. And I'm not trying to talk like there's anytime I reference China, I'm not referencing Chinese people, right? But China has a complete lack of innovation, right? They steal ideas.
Exactly.
And then they approve them, but they really don't. They actually kind of come up with a shittier, cheaper alternative. Innovation is massive. They don't have any, period.
Yeah, but okay. So China has billions of people. One of them has to be a genius, right? They have a lot of money. What happens if they dedicate their time and resources to secret military aircraft?
Well, they already do.
Them?
They already do, except that the F-35 and what we have is so much more advanced
that we know of.
Well, no. We have the best stuff. I mean, and anyone can argue this point all they want, but the United States government has the greatest weapons ever known. We do, period, bar none. So if there's something out there that we don't know, there's a problem, because we're the apex predator. People can try to say, oh, really, United States, oh, blah, blah. No, fuck that. We are the apex predator of the world.
When it comes to military technology, for sure. We are.
Yeah, like we literally have nothing to be afraid of. People keep talking about Russia doing this and that. Like, it wouldn't be long. It really, the only thing Russia has is nuclear weapons. But if we were to go head up, it wouldn't be a real engagement. We would handle it quite well. It's any other country in the world. We are the apex predator, bar none. We have the best troops. We have the best toys. We have everything. So with that being said, if we don't know what the fuck they are, that's scary. And you don't think we spy on the Chinese continuously? I mean, as much as we hear about them, come on, bro. We would
ongoing.
Know. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
We found their newest
pretty
fighter.
Bad too.
No, we found their newest fighter. Like, we've done these things. And they put pictures of it on Google because just to show how easy it was to find it. These things.
I mean, what do they have in Area 51? Just like we do.
Oh,
I'm sure they do.
I mean, do you think UFOs just land on the U.S. desert all the time? No, they go all over the world too. I mean,
no, but it could explain our immediate advancement, especially in regards to the microchip and the processor. I mean, dude, it went from vacuum fucking tubes. And for people that don't realize, like, vacuum tubes operate on the same functions as a processor. So imagine a vacuum tube is roughly the size of like what, a light bulb, like a small light bulb. And so it works on the same process, a microprocessor. So it's on or off. And microprocessors use zeros and ones, right?
It's essentially, it's all like circuitry, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we were able to slam, what used to take a whole building now fits in our phone because of microchip processing and stuff like that. There was a massive uptick, like a really, really big growth in that industry after the 40s. So somebody benefited from something, like in some parts. I mean, a lot of things kind of really took off. So that being said, I really don't think this is a foreign thing. And the other thing is the object's shape. Now, this is what hit me crazy. These things are not aerodynamic shapes, right? You see all of our jets, missiles, everything's got a pointy end. Why? Because if you're going really fucking fast, you're trying to break resistance, right?
Yes, it's aerodynamics. You're trying to reduce the amount of friction
drag
between the air drag.
Yeah. So in that sense, let's say these things that they're showing are like, one of them kind of like, and I hate to sound stupid, it almost had like as many points as a pineapple. And the other one was like it's just a straight triangle.
Yeah.
So
sure
to me, it's showing crafts that do not need to obey the aerodynamics. I'm telling you, and it may be us. Somebody's invented something that doesn't need, that somehow repels gravity.
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you think that these things are all over the place and only the Navy can see them, or are they stuck in the Navy? Because the Navy seems to be coming across these things a lot on top of their ships, on planes, on the ocean. Is it because they have the technology to see these things continuously, or is it just that they're following them? Do you know what I mean?
I think, well, I feel you. I think and there's probably multiple thoughts on that, but the first one that comes to my head is the fact that the Navy patrols the oceans. And if you look at the world's roughly what?
Round.
70% water.
Oh,
and round.
Yeah.
And that was awesome. You're gonna have some guy go, man, fuck you. It's flat.
I'm gonna turn this shit off right now. That's
Permafrost. Oh, the permanent. I'm gonna fall off the great ice wall. Hey, guess what? It's fucking round. So go fuck yourself. So it's so fucking stupid. I hate that fucking I hate that stupid shit. Yeah. Sorry. That's my pet peeve, the whole thing. But imagine you're seeing devices, you're seeing these things. To me, I'm fucking stoked, dude. I'm losing my shit. I really think disclosure is about to happen, guys. This is it. This is the moment what we've been waiting for. Coast to Coast AM as a child, as a 20-year-old, listen to that shit. All these thoughts and all these things that people were saying 20 years ago, and people were saying, oh, it's retarded. I'm sorry, it's stupid, it's ridiculous. Oh, you something's wrong with you. Now we're starting to see pictures of it.
Yeah, like clear pictures,
like for real. Like, and this isn't like I said,
none of that Bigfoot bullshit.
Oh yeah, fucking dumbass walking in whoever thought that was Bigfoot needs to be euthanized, because you could clearly tell it was a guy that was clearly a guy walking in a fucking outfit. He was like, oh. But you see what I'm saying? I wonder, either that or, like you said, if it's not that, then somebody's developed a way to go against gravity, or to repel gravitational forces. Because, basically gravity now is being determined as a force. It's not really something you see, but rather something that's emitted, from matter or whatever. So they may have found a way around it. And that's terrifying too. I mean, we don't have that.
You touched on something, the gravity as a force thing. I don't know if gravity is ready to be classified as a force, because it's not forcing you down. Everyone experiences gravity.
Right. Well, it attracts, rather.
Yeah, it attracts. It's not a magnetism. I don't think it's a force either, because if it was a force, it'd crush us, or it would crush an ant. Or
but it can. I mean, that's the whole theory behind a black hole. That's the whole theory of a black hole. It literally will spaghettify you, and turn your information into radiation. Spaghettify.
Spaghettify, I like that.
So basically, it'll rip you atom to atom, shred by shred, as you begin to go into the event horizon. You'll be completely distant. You'll be completely torn apart, atom by atom.
Very nice.
But that's caused by gravity. Basically, another name for a black hole in a way. And I don't know. I imagine someone's going to say no, but it's, in my mind, you almost think of them as gravity wells, right? A black hole is basically a gravity well, where a planet has, basically not planet, but a star has condensed to the point to where, it crosses over that formula that Einstein made, and this is also, oh my God, Rogan had a badass conversation with Brian Greene the other day about this. Mind blowing. It was mind blowing. Anything can be a black hole as long as he gave the formula, but you could have a black hole the size of a tennis ball. It's just based on when something crosses over a certain weight limit or something. It was really cool. I'd have to get back on that. But anyways, that's to me shows really higher level forms of either intelligence or somebody's not playing by the rules and someone's got toys that, what the hell?
Yeah, but if it was one craft that was being seen all over the world, I'd be like, okay, maybe someone did invent this, but it's a lot of crafts around the world.
Yep.
I mean, you're almost talking about a military force here or something.
Oh, right. Oh my God. Imagine.
Yeah.
Imagine if they just this. Imagine this is just like the ocean. We really don't know what's down there. I mean, there could be a whole civilization living in the ocean. We have no idea.
Like Gungans?
Yeah.
So
Fuck
badass,
yeah. Dude, there could be a bunch of octopusy people. Like, it's fucking awesome.
And there's a lot of these footage, like there was one from Puerto Rico, I think. I don't know if it was a US based, must have been. I don't know if it was a military. Anyway, there was footage of one going like in and out of the water, like just nothing, like whatever.
That's what I'm saying.
Like it was going, I don't know at what speed, like the speed of sound, fucking in and out of the water, just like
which would denote its ability.
Can you imagine?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, can you fucking imagine like anything that we have in the entirety of humanity dipping in and out of water, just like.
Well,
was
think
it
about
a splash?
No, like I'd have to watch the footage again.
Yeah.
I don't think there was any kind of visible. It was fucking weird, man.
Well, it's like, okay, have you ever
Aguadilla? I've been there.
Have you ever been like have you ever driven on the freeway and like you
so
saw
well traveled?
He is. He's a fuck.
He is
You are
really-
and he's our international man of mystery.
He really is. Every time we bring up some fucking country, Rick's like, yeah, have you ever been to the airport there? And
That'd
like,
be
no, we haven't.
I was in Bogota.
You know what,
Aguadilla.
Rick? You know what, Rick? No, we haven't. You have. So
We're fucking
why don't you
broke,
tell us
okay?
about it? Yeah.
We
They have
have
beautiful salmon
55
over there.
kids,
It just
okay?
swims on the waves. It's beautiful. You'll see it. Anyway,
Oh yeah, fuck you.
go back to your lives. What's going on?
Well, I don't have a life. Anyways, back to excuse us for our pause as we go into the lifestyles of the rich and famous of Rick. But in the end, like that's wild shit to me. So I equated it like, imagine you're this pilot, right? You imagine, how you're on the freeway and all of a sudden a really badass car will just go by you and you have that awe, right? Imagine you're in a fucking badass Navy jet plane, right? Top of the line, everything. And you see some fucking thing weaving around you like you're a toy.
Right. So I kind of
How
like,
terrifying
Wait, what
would
the
that
fuck
be?
is that?
Yeah,
Like, I'm
exactly.
in an
That's
F-18.
all you have. Exactly. So
Yeah.
now here we go. We have real issues. I mean, people try to say, well, it could possibly be a drone. It could be this or that, but not the way it's moving. The speeds it's achieving is unbelievable.
And in and out of the water.
Yes.
To me, for whatever reason, that particular fact. So why, if you skip the noise, listeners, if you haven't, look up, you can go. I mean, this shit is like out there, bro. On fucking you just YouTube search Puerto Rico UAP sighting or UFO. I'm trying to get with the current. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Watching it right
easy.
now.
I like it.
I'm trying
You're
to
hip.
convert myself to UAP. I am, dude. I'm
You're
hip.
fucking hip, bro. You're fucking hip. You're in, dude. You know these
Let's
things.
start.
Dude,
Let's start a
looking at
whole
the
nother
footage
podcast
right now.
about
I
how
know. Dude, we should do it. B is
how
hip.
hip I am.
Oh, yo, B
Everything
is
we-
chilling. What more can I say? He top billing. Oh
Fuck yeah.
boy.
But
But
gold, man.
what do y'all
Dude,
think? Okay,
I'm looking at this right now, man. It looks so cool.
it does.
It looks like a small. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely moving in a way that's being controlled. It's not random.
This is
Yeah.
the Puerto Rico one.
The Puerto Rico one, yeah, the
Isn't
Puerto
that
Rico one,
badass?
Aguadilla.
But think about it. If something's moving like that in and out of water, how much pressure does it take to go in and out of the surface of
Well,
water?
that's what I'm saying. It's not even like the speed's not even really like reducing.
It's not being altered. That I'm telling
Like,
you,
what?
it's
What the fuck? Like they
If
don't even
it's-
have to play by our physics.
well, that's what I'm saying. If it's not moving the way we move, then it's bending something, and it's got to be something with gravity. I really think that these devices, these crafts, all these things are working on some weird outer plane of gravity, man. It's something.
And not only
happening.
that, why would it even? What would be even the purpose of going in and out of the water other than just to be like, haha, fuck you.
Look what I can do.
Well, because there's some aliens that are dicks too. I mean, you know what I'm saying? There's
Maybe.
just like I mean, think about it.
Maybe.
It's a drunk dude. I mean, maybe an alien got a little bit, fucked up on some snark or whatever they drink, and he fucking, went rolling.
Or if they're specifically ramping it up for this moment where we're gonna find out.
Well, yeah, exactly.
June 25th, right?
Well, I mean, think about it. I mean, and that's the real thing. It's like, why are they ramping this shit up? Right? Why? I'm still telling you, I'm still standing by my COVID vaccine fucking shit because I got my second one. I'm still standing by it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I felt, dude, first one, right? Sore arm for a day. Second one, I was okay. And I started getting like a headache middle of the day.
Did you?
Yeah, I feel better now. I don't feel bad, but yeah.
But that's all you got, yeah?
Nah.
Just a headache. Dude, it laid some people out, I knew. But
it did.
Something's happening, right? Something doesn't make sense. We have huge mutations in viruses. We have a bunch of shit going on. Something's okay.
Hey, it's a culmination of everything we talked about. How you know how our reality got, one of the few shows early on, we talked about how our reality got skewed somewhere in 2012. This is part of it.
Everyone died in 2012. Everyone died in 2012.
It's not over yet.
And we've been put in some.
Oh, I forgot about
purgatory.
that. We talked about that on a show.
That was a dope.
Yeah.
Remember
it's all part of our reality now.
But what happens if these fucking so if you're so here, thinking cap question. If you're a super technologically advanced species and you see a bunch of dumb monkeys like us, what is your purpose for us? Is it purely discovery? Are they trying to fuck us? Are they trying to eat us?
Yeah.
Are they trying to sell us, to other people in the galaxy? That's the real reality. Is like, okay, what do they want? They've held and maintained their secrecy for how long? Who knows? Maybe the whole mist of humanity. Or maybe they're what we consider gods. Like out. Stargate said.
Right. So here's the Skip the Noise exclusive. So Rick on a previous episode had brought up, and we touched on this, is like, okay, the possibility of these things being like interdimensional, right? Like the reason they don't have to adhere to our understanding of gravity is because they're not even actually here. Like we're perceiving them, but they're not actually physically here in the sense that we think of, this water bottle that's right next to my hand. It's different. Okay. Right. We're perceiving it, but we're perceiving it in a different, like maybe it's a different dimension or maybe whatever, but it's peeking through to where we can observe it. Right. So what if, because they superseded maybe their species or their culture, their whatever society, like they're already beyond sort of the physical. Okay. Right. But maybe we're that transition. Like we're still
ascended beings.
Right. Like we're already ready to create. Exactly. But they still lack that they're not grounded by still having to deal with the physical world. So we still are, even though we're right on the precipice of like developing AI and shit's about to change. So it's this like crux of like where the transition happens. And they're like, fuck, here's these humans. So that's what they need. They need our feet on the
sorry.
Preach.
Sorry, we're there.
We're right here. They need our like the actual physical existence within this reality, because they've already gone beyond that, right? So there's something they need to do to get to us, to make whatever that next fucking phase.
Bro, that is Stargate 100%. Like, okay, so
hey, aren't you glad you fucking subscribe to this show now?
Fucking righteous. Because
fucking write a review. If you don't fucking write a review after I just dropped that shit,
dude.
Anyway,
that's like Stargate. So like Stargate in the later series, there's a group of like the people who created the Stargates, right? Well, there's two groups. They split off. They're ascended beings. One
Love it. I love
controls one universe, basically. And
Right.
the other controls another one. One of them just kind of subtly gives tips to mankind about how to excel or whatnot. Another one basically enslaves mankind and enriches itself by prayer. Dude, no. So they would,
keep going. I love it.
6 hours of prayer a day from like from these like people who are very similar, almost like pilgrim or like very like it's nuts. So they had like these whole worlds that would just worship these like fucked up ascended beings that fed off the energy of prayer. So they'd have people like literally pray 6 to 8 hours a day. And so, you know what I'm saying? So like they had those ascended beings made like, commitment. So like to go to your point, what happens if that's what they need? Like they need our attention to exist. They need that's why they're showing themselves.
Right. Like they're the ascended beings, but they need the fuel that comes from the prayer that's created by the people that are lower, the fucking lower beings.
Yes.
The fucking apes.
Dude, we are their fucking spiritual batteries.
I think,
yo, Rick, did we leave you? Did we leave you on the third floor, brother?
Yeah, somewhere like that.
We're on 22. Rick's like, oh, yo, I'm not getting on the stairs for this.
No,
shit.
I'm not, dude. Okay, you guys are overthinking this. This is what it is. It's aliens looking for
it like that, bro.
Aliens are looking for food and water. That's it.
Oh,
maybe some pussy.
But why?
We don't know.
But why would? Okay, maybe pussy. But why would they fucking want? Okay, so you have asteroids, right? Like literally with miles of water. Why would you need to come to a planet? You just capture an asteroid.
Because we're 75% water here, man.
No, but all you gotta do is capture asteroids. If you go into the Kuiper Belt, there's so much ice for water. It's true. Why would you need to come to this shitty planet and deal with a bunch of crazy monkeys?
This is not an asteroid. This is a planet of water with life.
Why don't you go to Europa? Europa is all ice.
Yeah, but dude, there's like 4 billion humans in this earth. There's a lot of food. I mean,
that's true.
No, 7 billion.
7 billion. That's a lot of meat. I mean, come on.
That's a lot of
for an alien.
Fuck. That is the
we're all just a bunch of fucking hamburgers. We're a bunch of McRibs.
That's what we are. That's what we are.
Oh, exactly. What happens if we really are? Like, what happens if we're like cows? You know how they bred cows? It's just kind of
exactly, dude.
Oh, what happens if we're the alien species cows? Oh,
dude, imagine finding a piece of land with like your favorite animal that you like to eat, and then water. You're like, dude, this is
right. And there's like 10 billion of them, and you're like,
there's 10 billion of them. They're not gonna run out, and they reproduce like rabbits.
We hit the jackpot.
Oh, fuck y'all. I don't like this jackpot that we're hitting. I don't want to be eaten by a fucking alien. Dude.
Hey, man,
give me a break.
That's what is. You know what? That's what it is. It's a universe.
Hey, I mean, I don't
just
like
be like.
I don't like. Just be like explanation. I like my spiritual energy thing. Nah, fuck you. I'd rather they absorb.
Fuck Stargate,
me.
Man.
Fuck you. No, fuck you. Stargate's a fucking national treasure.
National treasure. Nah.
Oh, fuck you.
Food. We're going to be alien food, and then our oceans are going to be water for them.
I've watched all fucking, like, I think 11 or 12 seasons and all the, like, 4 feature films. Fuck off. Stargate.
He's like, no, I invested in this shit. This is what
Stargate's magical. Magical.
Nah.
I didn't watch 75 fucking hours of this shit.
For 75. I wish it was only 70 fucking 5.
You know what? What are we talking about? What's the math on that?
Dude, seriously. It's almost like fucking 13, 14 seasons, like 10 episodes a season, 4 movies, bro. I watched them all.
Yo, skip the Noise Family. Somebody do the fucking calculus on that.
It's a hit me up, ton, bro. It's a fuck ton. I watched them all, and you know what? You know the actor from MacGyver.
Yeah, I do.
Oh man, I don't.
He was the captain. Yeah. He was the captain in the series,
right?
You know what?
Yeah.
Fuck MacGyver. He was the man to Stargate. He was the man. Greatest.
Who was the original actor in the movie? Kurt Russell.
Oh, Kurt Russell, dude. Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
Shit.
Kurt Russell and kills everything.
He does.
He's the
he does. Cyborg.
There's Kurt Russell, and then there's fucking all the other
Soldier.
Actors.
Remember Universal Soldier?
Big Trouble in Little China.
Fuck. Oh, what's it called? That fucking L.A.
Escape
What's that
from New
shit?
York.
Escape
From
from New
New
York.
York. Escape from LA.
Escape from LA.
Overboard.
Tango and Cash, motherfuckers. Oh, God.
Dark Blue.
Dude, if there, nice, good call, dude.
Yeah.
If there were more Kurt Russells in this world, we wouldn't have problems.
Well,
At
but
all.
it wouldn't work. Yeah,
We wouldn't have
It'd be
aliens
just
either, or
too
no.
alpha.
but then there wouldn't be Kurt Russell.
No, the aliens
though, 'cause
would
you
be
have to
coming
have-
out because they want to be fucked by Kurt Russell. Like Kurt Russell is man, bro.
Well, you'd have to have all the lower beings to exist for there to even be a Kurt Russell. So I think it's all everything's
That's
where
what
it needs to be.
That's what it is. Fucking Kurt Russell is an alien.
They're coming for Kurt Russell. What
They're
the
going to try to
fuck?
fuck him. They're
Whole
going to
time.
try to milk him.
That's the whole dude. What?
They're trying
Is
to
that our
milk
cue?
Kurt Russell. They're going to
Is
milk
that,
him.
is that our cue to start winding it
I
down?
think so. I think that's our cue to start.
I think we
Once
got
we
more.
hit,
We have an hour of milking Kurt Russell.
we don't.
All right, that's another
we don't.
podcast. Entirely
that's a whole-
different.
Well, right. That's
Category.
we'll branch off. Rounded Edge Media.
They're
So
gonna,
we're gonna have
they're gonna
the-
milk Kurt Russell and Brad Pitt at the same time. Just take it all, bro.
Okay, guys. With that, we
Yeah,
should
with that, I think
probably-
we'll so definitely make sure you check out my appearance
Oh
on
my
Chaotic Neutral. Shout out. That's at
right.
Chaotic Neutral on Instagram. Also, make sure you check out Concerts That Made Us. It's a wonderful podcast. My friend Brian was featured on episode 42, told a great, and if you haven't heard that yet, go back and listen to that. That was a wonderful story. Dude's a great storyteller. Really is. So I basically tried my best to just shut the fuck up and let him talk because that was really
Aliens
really
might
cool.
want to milk him too, bro.
Maybe they might. They really
See?
might. Dude.
See, now you're down. Now you're down with the milking theory.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they're
Exactly,
just trying to milk
bro.
us all.
Yeah.
But there's, I mean, we don't know. We don't know what's in the ocean. We don't know what's in, the opposite side of our reality. Like, remember Stranger Things, the fucking upside down.
Whoa.
Dude, we don't know. This is a multi-dimensional world, right? It's like a Timberland beat. It's just got
Good
what I
Timberland
mean?
beat. Nice.
yeah,
Nice.
you got all those little fucking hi-hats. There's like 1,000, like it divides the tempo into anyway.
Jesus.
All right.
Oh, here
Full
it
circle.
comes.
But hey, follow us on Instagram. That's where
And
that's
watch
where the party's,
Stargate, motherfuckers.
That's where the party's
Yeah.
at. Watch Stargate, all
Every-
70,000 hours of it or whatever the fuck it ends up being. If somebody can do that math and tell me exactly how many minutes the entirety of Stargate is,
No
that'd be
way.
great. You'll get a
It's-
high five from me.
If somebody fucking doesn't watch, if you watch every Stargate, you will realize it's probably the best show ever made. Bar none. Bar none.
Yeah.
All
And on
right.
top of that, what do you think? What do you think of our theories? I
I
think
think I like my
humanity-
theory better. Yeah.
Which one?
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
Which one?
I think when I was telling mine, I think humanity hit its apex, and I think it's all downhill from there. I think
I
at
think so
about
too.
in about an hour and 20 minutes into this podcast or whatever, that's just my estimation. Whenever I was talking about my transition from the lower beings
Transition.
into the whenever that
yeah, your transition.
Yeah.
my well
Yeah, okay.
it
was
all
a journey,
coincides
wasn't
with
it?
my transition. It was a journey. It was, man.
I mean,
Hey,
he likes to be called. She likes to be called he him.
well, dude, get your pronouns right. I'm a fucking
Check it. You
I'm a
non-binary
can-
motherfucker.
Yo, hey, I'm gonna cancel both of y'all.
Are you are you pansexual now?
Whatever you want me to be, bro. That's what I am. Whatever you can envision in your head, or whatever the aliens want me to be, is
To be milked.
that's going to be the reality.
I
It
think
needs
the
to be
milking
milked.
theory is really where we're at, guys.
I think that's
All
where
right,
we're
then.
going.
We'll see. I can't wait.
We will milk, and you know what though? But we will live to fight another day, and we'll live to record another episode, God willing. So episode 43. I think we've done our job here. I think
Yep.
we've done enough damage. We've explained enough about humanity and what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
We've
So-
predicted, but
If
you know what?
Pulled
You
over.
know, I am right. What did they classify your race as when you got pulled over by HPD? That's always up in the air. You know, you never know what the fuck they're gonna check, which box they're gonna check for that. But anyway, this has been a good one, dude. It's really good to have the three of us back. I say that from a sincere place, but we are about to wrap it up, and we'll go with the little mic tackle box to shut it down for this week. And this is, what the hell is today? April what?
15th.
16th.
15th. Oh, now it's
Well,
16th.
we can't
Officially
agree on
April
that, guys.
16th now.
Oh, that's right. It just
No,
hit.
he's right.
Yeah,
He's right.
16th. We were literally, the stroke, if you will, of midnight just happened. So
I got
with
a
that,
stroke
guys,
for you.
I know. That's why I put that on a T for you.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, so we'll have a great week. We will see you next week and kind of resume the normal schedule as we were before. So it's been fun. Everybody take care.
Night.